So the next aspect is the function viewpoint. Okay, the function viewpoint establishes what functions are supported. That is, what service a manager can expect from an agent. Okay, this includes the type of requests that a manager can make and that the agent supports. It also includes capabilities that an agent has to send event messages to notify a manager of certain event occurrences. Okay? At this point, we've covered the need to establish connectivity as well as the need for rules for the exchange of management messages. Okay? Some additional aspects that must be addressed are part of the functional viewpoint and includes the following. The first question that might come up is that what functions are provided to enable a manager to retrieve information from the agent? Is it necessary to get one item at a time, or can many items be retrieved in bulk at once? Okay. Next question might be, how can a managed system's configuration be modified? Again, is it necessary to modify it one item at a time, or can multiple updates to be packed into the same request? Okay. Next is, are transactions supported? That is there an option for sending a list of configuration changes that will either all take place at the same time or not at all, in case a failure occurs? Or do the functions support only so-called best effort semantics, which mean that some of the changes might succeed while others might fail? Okay. Next is there a function that allows a manager to sign up to receive only specific type of events? Or we just refer to this as an event subscription capability. Okay. Next is, does the agent provide functionality that allows events to be replayed in case a management application missed an event, perhaps because it was offline? Okay. Next is, does the agent provide introspection capabilities that enable a manager to find out from the agent itself what functions the agent supports? Or does the manager need to know all functions beforehand? Okay. Next is, can the agent be programmed to perform certain tasks, functions at predefined intervals? Or do those functions need to be invoked explicitly every time? So clearly, the functions that are provided have a great impact on how management applications interact with the agent and even how they are built. Finally, let's talk about the last aspect of the management interoperability, which is the information viewpoint. Okay? Information viewpoint defines a conceptual model of the domain of this course. For example, the device or the service provided by the network. Okay? This model is an abstraction of the real world, introduced for management purposes that enables manager and agent to communicate about the real world entities that are being managed. It defines the management information that is carried as part of the management message exchanges and that is subjected to the management functions. It establishes a common terminology between manager and agent. For example, how do you refer to a specific card in a device? To a particular port, to an interface, to a software function, or to an instance of a voice service. In addition to modeling a particular system, the rules according to which the system is to be modeled need to be established. This is, in effect, a meta model. A model of a model used to define the actual models themselves. Here are some of the options that a meta model could provide for defining a model. First, do you provide abstractions that allows the managed system to be modeled as a collection of objects following rules of object-oriented design? If so, will methods need to be defined as part of those objects, or will there be a well-defined set of operations implicitly available to operate on those objects? For example, to retrieve information about an object and to create, delete, and update objects. Okay. Next, do you provide abstractions that allows the managed system to be modeled as a set of tables, reminiscent of tables used in databases? Okay. Next is, do you simply define rules by which to define a set of command parameters that need to be sent in conjunction with commands to achieve the desired effect? So again, these information related questions are independent of the other viewpoints. Of course, the information needs to be ultimately encoded and carried over a management protocol. But the meaning of what is being encoded is, in general, completely irrelevant to the protocol, just as the telephone wire does not care whether it carries a conversation in English or French. Vice versa. The same information can be carried over multiple protocols, just as a conversation in French about nuclear physics could occur over the telephone or over letters exchanged via carrier pigeons.